What's up? Professor AlgeBro here. We're in our second video on solving quadratic equations. This time we're going to do something called the zero product property. Zero product property. Now all that means is we are going to take these factors, set them equal to zero. Now, Professor AlgeBro has a little trick for y'all later on. So here we go. Now, I have this is a quadratic. Now, in one of our other videos, we talked about how to factor quadratic. So you say, okay, I look here, I say, what are the factors of 6 that add up to 5? Now, if you think about it, you go, okay, I got two sets of factors. I got 1 and 6. Well, they add up to 7, so that didn't work. Well, 2 and 3 times, they multiply to give you 6. Well, they had to give you 5. So your factors are x plus 2, x plus 3 equals 0. Now we have two factors, we set them both equal to 0. X plus 2 is equal to 0, x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now, think about this in your head. To get x by itself, I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. So x is going to equal negative 2. In other words, whatever this is, it's the opposite. So, what's this one become? X equals negative 3. All right, now, here's the next one. This is what I want you to do. Pause the video, think about the factors of negative 35, whose difference is negative 2, and we'll get back together. Okay, now, did you get a chance? So, we say, okay, now, what are the factors of 35 whose difference is 2? Well, of course, 7 and 5. Now, here's the key. This one. This is going to tell you which factor goes negative, and it's the largest one. So we're going to say, okay, x minus x plus, because they got to be opposite signs. So what goes there is going to be the 7, and this is going to be the 5. Now, opposite of negative 7 is 7. Opposite of 5, negative 5. All right, now, those are just two. So let's see if I can give you another one. Now, normally when we're solving these, this is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So these all have to be on this side. So it is. So what I want you to say, okay, what are the factors of 12 whose difference is 4? Well, we have 1 and 12. That's 11. Nope. 4 and 3? Nope. What about 6 and 2? 6 and 2. But the question is, does the 6 go with the minus or does the 6 go with the plus? That tells you the larger number is negative. Because negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. So the opposite of negative 6 is 6. The opposite of 2 is negative 2. Now, Professor AlgeBro showed you something on another video using square roots. Well, we're going to try this one. We're going to say, okay, can I factor this? You most certainly can, because this is called difference of squares. You remember us talking about that? Well, here's what we do. We say, okay, perfect square, perfect square. So you say x plus, now remember with difference of squares, it's x minus. So square root of 49 is 7 and 7. So look, we have x equals negative 7, x equals positive 7. Now I know these are the simple ones, but I want to show you one. Let's say we already have one that's factored. We get one of those nasty ones, and we get this. As our quadratic. So here's what we do. Trick is, opposite of the front divided by the back gives your answer. So the opposite of 3 is 3 over 3. So that equals 1. And the opposite of 1 is negative 1 over 4. So those are my two values for this. Now, I know that's a lot to dig into, but, you know, this is Professor AlgeBro. No matter where you go, math is there. Later, dudes. AlgeBros, if you like what you saw, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Later.